I just chickened out because I wasn't the only person on there. And I was like, wait a minute, that's terrifying. But I'm not a quitter, so I'm back. And I think I have it oriented the right way because I accidentally, so I don't know, you know, but because I accidentally, like, I wanted it to be the, like, the horizontal version, but, like, it got stuck like this a little bit. I didn't know how to, like, fix it now, suddenly. For some reason on the other live, like, it let me, like, edit that really easily. And then it suddenly decided that's, like, not an option. Yeah, so I don't know. I didn't realize talking to people live was gonna be that terrifying. It actually kind of is a little bit terrifying. But like I said, like, I'm not a quitter. I definitely feel like in life there's so many opportunities to like mess things up and then just oh, the wind is like blowing, it seems kind of nice. Yeah, so I just feel like I don't mean it like there's so many opportunities to mess things up, like, oh, like it's all like awful. I don't mean it like that. I mean, there's a lot of opportunities to like mess things up and then change your mind and say, like, even though I messed something up, like, I'm still gonna like keep going and just keep doing my best. And like no matter what, like no matter how many walls I hit, like I'm still gonna persevere and keep going anyway. There's like mosquitoes biting my face. I don't know. I can't control everything. Yeah, but so it didn't, I didn't expect it to be like as terrifying for me when it's like when you're on live and then somebody like pops up and they're like on there with you, because like when you do like a normal YouTube video, it's like you're by yourself. So I feel like I'm breaking through that barrier of being like a little bit terrified when, you know, like it's cool when people show up because that's like what I want to do, but it also like scares me for a minute when I'm like, oh wait, I just realized I'm being perceived, and it's like in real time. Even the crickets agree with me. They're like, yeah, it's terrifying. Like the crickets with their little like cricket YouTube channels are like, I can't believe that's happening. Like, I don't know. Like, it's cool. Yeah. I don't know. It's fun. But like at the same time, it's like no matter how terrifying something is, I don't ever want that to be like the reason why I quit doing something that's positive that I enjoy doing also. And I don't think you guys should either. Like, I don't think you should quit something just because it's like stressful or scary in the moment, because who knows, like that thing could take off still, you know? So, I don't know. I have like a mosquito bite like on my face there. It's just like, it's funny too, because like in between the two lives, there were like 30 mosquitoes that were like swarming me. But then, like, you know, afterwards, after the 30 mosquitoes, like, you know, I started the other live and now they're all gone. I mean, there's still like one or two, like, but the Florida mosquitoes really get you when you feel like you messed something up. Then they're like, oh, I see you. Like, now it's like, oh, you're weak. Like, it's time to target and it's time to like run and like drink all your blood. It's time to go crazy. It's time to do something like really crazy and awful and like just get you. I don't know. The Florida mosquitoes get you, but they don't get you. Like they don't understand your heart, but like they'll eat you. No matter how fast you run, you'll have like 70 mosquito bites, and you're like, I don't even know when that happened. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. I guess one thing about like, whoa, I didn't realize how bad these mosquito bites are. You can see it from all the way over there. Like, those are mosquito bites. Like, ew, they're like, give me a bite of you. Like, I don't know. Mosquitoes give off bad vibes. They're like, oh, you're giving out pieces of yourself. Like, I'm gonna come stick my straw in you and drink all your blood. I think one thing about being live is feeling almost like I want to fill in all the empty space where I'm just sitting here like drinking my lemon water. Like it's almost like I want to be talking the whole time when that's not even like the most natural thing. Like I kind of feel like that doesn't make any sense. You know, like nobody just talks 24/7. But, you know, yeah, I don't know, like nobody talks 24/7. It's fine to like have little breaks, and it's like the viewer can obviously like rewind or skip ahead or whatever if they actually want to. And another thing I've been like focusing on lately is making sure that, or trying to make sure that when I am like talking to people, that I'm talking to the people who want to hear me, who want to understand, because I feel like in life so much we have the idea of like, I just burped, like throat chakra clearing, yeah. But there's this idea where, I don't know, something else was on my mind, but there's kind of this, like we kind of get like the ghosts of like impressions of people who like disagreed with us in the past or said we were like always wrong or something, or you know, when you get like really harsh judgment from people and they're like, you know, when they kind of say stuff like, you know, you never do anything good, or like everything you do just like kind of like, it's like the impression stays there, the idea that like no matter what you do it like declines in value over time. And so I guess something I've been trying to focus on is like making sure that the people that I try to explain myself to are the people that actively want to understand, not the people in my mind who are like just like the impressions left over from people who never actually wanted to understand. If there's like long pauses where I'm just like zoning out or whatever, you guys can skip those, like, you know, but I can't really cut it out because I'm in live, but like it kind of is just, it is my thought process. Not to be like cliche, but it actually is though. You know, the crickets chirp for so long, and then like they take breaks, and the crickets are always live, so they can't cut out when they're taking breaks. They're just always there, you know. And I don't know, the crickets, like they do take breaks, they have pauses, they have a lot to say, and then they stop for a while, and it's like you don't have to feel like you have to cut out those, you know, if you're like on live or something, you don't have to feel like you're cutting out those parts where you just take like long breaks. That's fine and that's normal too, because we're actually human people. We're not, you know, robot people or AI people or whatever. I don't know. I kind of want to start doing a tarot reading again, but I do get scared. Like, I don't want to be like, it's not that I don't want people to watch, it's just that I'm still like practicing being comfortable with that. So, yeah. I kind of want to do like a more specific like tarot reading. I just want to get like a couple cards. I want to be like, but I want to do something like very specific. Okay. I don't know. Would it work if I say like for you guys to think of a very specific person, like one person, and then we just say like, I'm gonna pull like 3 cards, what would that one person say to you? Just don't pick me as your one person, because that's gonna make things confusing and weird. But anybody else, just because like if I'm like, I don't want it to be like my energy mixed in and then I'm gonna be like, am I not a good reader because I'm just reading my energy, you know what I mean? But pick like one specific person, and I'm gonna get like 3 cards, and we're just gonna say like, you know, what's like one thing they would say to you. It might be accurate, like it might not be for you, I might not know what I'm doing, but you know, it might be for you. Okay. Guys, your one person is kind of like depressed, but they're thinking about the past. Like, you're like not just depressed, but this person is going through something excruciatingly painful. Your one person is laying there literally like feeling like they're bleeding out. And not only are they feeling like they're bleeding out, but they're also in the stage of the like ending that they're in, right? Because it's a 10, so that always means we're like ending a cycle, but it's not fully over, because then you would already be at like the 1s, right? So your person is going through, honestly, this is like the dark night of the soul card, because like how is this so like dark and black? And I work with the goddess Nyx, so this reminds me of her a little bit, like her energy. I don't know, the cards with like a lot of like darkness always remind me of her energy, which is really cool. But your person is literally in the phase of this where they're still waiting for each of these swords to get pulled out. So, you know, when you have a wound and it's like, they'll always be like, you know, if there's something like stabbed in the person, like don't pull it out or they're gonna fully like bleed out. Like, not only is your person laying there unable to move because they have 10 swords in their back, your person just feels like they're still waiting for like the excruciating pain of like each of the swords being pulled out, and then because they have so many wounds, like they're expecting to fully bleed out. So your person is like going through something a little rough right now, but that's part of what they would say to you if they could. But there's like a lot of childlike energy, and the white around this card is also giving me like optimism and wonder. So the thing about this exact tarot deck, I mean, it's literally just like the normal one, but it's like a reprint of it where they're kind of like off-brand. Like I think I got these on like Shein or like Wish or something, because they're like, a normal tarot deck is like $10, but if you get them on those websites where it's like the same thing but like the off-brand, there's it's the same pictures, like the same number of cards, the same pictures, the same everything, except they won't be like printed right. Like this background is supposed to be blue, but on mine it's like white because it's like the off-brand version. If you didn't know, off-brand tarot cards are the same thing, like picture-wise. So I'm getting like they're in this like childlike energy because it's a page. Wands are fire, so that's always going to be about like, what are you most passionate about? So your person is in like a young, very optimistic energy, even though they're in this like energy where they're expecting to be, it's this weird dynamic, okay? It's really, it almost sounds like they're separate energies, but it's not. Like your person is kind of like caught in the middle. I don't know, that part I don't really get. Like, why is it coming out so strange when I'm trying to do like a reading on live for you guys? Whatever. Now I'm being like annoyed. I don't know, I'm just gonna like think about it for a little bit, because, you know, like your person, like they feel both. Like it's not that it's like one or the other though. Okay, so your person is like actively kind of in both energies at the same time. It's not even that they fluctuate in between. Like I'm feeling like it's very much like the duality, like they're, okay, maybe this isn't a person that like feels things very deeply normally. So it's like, while they're not able to get to a certain level of depth, your person is still in their version of the 10 of Swords energy. Does that make sense? So it's not that your person doesn't feel the 10 of Swords energy. Your person is like, Okay, so by anybody else's standards, your person would be in like two separate energies and it wouldn't make sense. But by your person's standards, because with the page what we have representing, what that's like representing is your person's capacity for emotional depth, okay? So by anybody's standards in the world, most people would be like they would be like your person is like in two separate energies at the same time, or they would only read it as the page energy because the page represents, in relation to other people, their like caliber for emotional depth and understanding of that emotional depth. A mosquito is biting my phone right now. Like, can't even make that up. It's biting like the volume button. It's biting like the lower, like the button where you like, now it's biting the one where you turn the volume up. It was first biting the lower volume button. What are you doing? It's not even an animal. It's not an animal. Okay. Yeah, so basically your person feels like they're in their version of the Ten of Swords energy, but at the same time they understand that their level of like emotional understanding is just not at the normal level. It's like as if it were a child's level of emotional understanding is another thing they would want to be able to say to you. But they're definitely thinking of the past a lot right now. So I actually see this card as like somebody who doesn't have a lot of karma. And the reason I would say that that I'm getting that vibe is because when I see the Six of Cups, it feels like there's almost like this like new young energy, like a super young, either a super young relationship or it's like you guys knew each other a long time ago. And I mean, it is kind of giving maybe a romantic relationship, but not in like a overly sexual way. Like it's kind of giving like they see it as like you're just like two kids, you know? Like, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of what they would say to you. You know, their level of emotional understanding is not very high, but they're in their own version of feeling like they're dying. And they also either remember a past with you that was really special, or they just feel like they're a little kid and they don't feel like they have very much karma, even though they also feel like they're dying. Like they're going through something they don't really understand, and they also would want to talk to you about it because they would be like, why don't I understand this? Like, but they understand what's missing from their own perception of the world. They just don't know how to reach where you're at or where they think like a normal person would be at. Like, I think your person just needs to calm down with the your person needs to calm down with like assuming that there's a version of normal that exists. What's normal? Like, there's not really a normal right now in the world. You know, sorry, notifications. Oh yeah, so another thing I didn't even tell you guys is that while I was in between lives, I actually broke my tripod. Which has never happened. Well, actually no, it's already broken in another spot. But this part of it, it was like the top part where I attached my phone to, like really just one of the legs is like a little broken. But yeah, my tripod is going through more karma than normal. It's about to reincarnate into another tripod. Like, you know, by reincarnating, I mean it's going to be replaced, but I don't know. In my mind, objects just reincarnate when I buy another version of them and replace them. Honestly, crickets, it wasn't that deep. You don't have to agree. And they stop. The way they completely went silent though, and there were like two different like generations of crickets, like one on that side, one on that side, and they're both silent now. I don't know if you could hear them or not, but yeah. That was definitely like a couple of years ago. Someone who I'm not friends with anymore, but like at the time we were friends, we were really close friends at the time, like a few years ago. Basically, sorry, I just There's a golden cat walking over here, and I don't own a cat, but it's nice to see one once in a while. It distracted me. Yeah, basically what I was going to say is that friend and I had a lot of, like, I don't know if I would call them, like, universal, not even synchronicities. It was like the Matrix would glitch constantly whenever her and I were, around each other, and it always just felt like we were in a horror movie. Like, out of nowhere, it would be like we were in a horror movie. The Matrix would glitch in, like, impossibly weird ways all the time. And so one of the things that she and I were able to do, she had really loud crickets in her backyard. So something we were able to do was we would read tarot cards sometimes. Sometimes we would, like, smoke weed and read tarot cards, which, in my opinion, is just, like, the craziest combination, because it kind of I feel like it takes you to, like, a whole different dimension. So at that point in time when we did that, yeah, it took us to, like, a whole different dimension. We felt like we had, like, pretty accurate readings back then, but one thing we realized we were able to do is have crickets, like, verify what we were saying. So at the time we would be like, crickets, if you're listening to me, like, stop the chirping, you know, and then they would actually do it immediately, like, on the exact second they would stop. And then we'd be like, okay, crickets, like, if you agree with what I'm saying, like, start again. And then they would immediately start, because the Matrix was just, like, glitching left and right around that time. So we would do a tarot reading. And anytime we were like, okay, do we have the right answer? Like, is this accurate? Like, crickets, if you agree with what we're saying, like, start again. And then they would just start again. So it was pretty funny. Yeah, I don't even know. Like, there aren't really other examples. It's just we would always feel like the Matrix was, like, glitching. Oh, thank you! Said my pick a card reading was the most accurate you saw on YouTube. Did you mean the one I did on the live, or did you mean the one I did that one time? I actually deleted the video, but I can do, like, another one on there. I don't know, I just deleted, like, those videos, but I can do another one if you want. Like, I can do more in the future. But thank you, I'm glad that it resonated for you. That's cool. Oh, well, I'm sorry I deleted it if you liked it. I just felt, I don't know. I just felt weird about it, so I deleted it, but I'll just make more tarot videos if you like that, like, in the future. I'm glad it resonated. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I wasn't really talking about anything right now. I'm just talking about how, like, kind of a few of the ways that I've seen the Matrix glitch around me, especially in, like, different friendships and stuff. Mosquito was biting my hand. Florida. And now Florida's a Taylor Swift song, apparently. Which I don't know how I feel about the new Taylor Swift album. Like, I listened to every song, and that took me forever because there's 31 songs. There's 31 songs. Yeah, I listened to every song, and I was really bored, but I made myself finish the album because I was like, no matter what, it's probably gonna get better. Like, after, like, no offense to Taylor Swift, like, I think she probably, like, did her best. Like, I'm not gonna be like, she wasn't trying. Like, I think she was probably trying. But I felt like Fortnite was the best song, and that was the like, lead single from the album. But I felt like the teaser video for Fortnite and the music video themselves were, like, better than the actual song. Like, some of the lyrics were just kind of like, okay, like, it wasn't bad, but, like, it wasn't that good. Especially to, like, the level that people defend Taylor Swift all the time. It's like, if you say anything bad about Taylor Swift, it's like, you're an evil person, which doesn't make any sense. And And she had that one song where, I don't know, the whole album was like depressing, but she had one song where it's like, you don't get to tell me about being sad or something, and that was like the whole theme of the song, just about how she's like sad. But it was a little weird because it's like, how can a billionaire tell the entire population of the world that like they can't tell her about sad, about, like, she was like, you can't tell me about sad, but like she meant just like being sad, you can't tell her about being sad. It kind of didn't make any sense, because you mean to tell me that like the starving kids in the world can't tell you about being sad because you broke up with your boyfriend and you're in your 30s and you like don't feel happy even though you're on a world tour and you have just like fans like screaming at you like every day, like, you know, worshiping you basically, like, and you're like, you know, like, it was kind of like saying to the whole world that like nobody can tell her about their experience not being happy. I don't know, there were a few songs where she kind of like referred to herself as like God or something. It was giving weird. It was giving a little weird, you know. Actually, there was one song, I don't even know the names of the songs because none of them stood out to the point where I was like, this is so good, I'm gonna like remember the name of the song, except for Fortnite. Like, that one was good enough that I was like, okay, I'll like remember the name of the song. But yeah, like, none of the other ones were like so good that I like care what they were called. Yeah, she had a song where she basically, I don't know, it was the one where she talks about like levitating, but like before she says like, I levitate down your street, which I thought that was a little fun, like, okay, like something a little bit witchy, like I don't mind that that's gonna be like on the radio and people get to be sort of interacting with the concept of levitation through the song. Like, I don't mind that. I think that that's actually sort of boosting the collective in a way. You know, if you see the collective going through any form of a spiritual awakening as a positive thing, then it's definitely like boosting their opportunities in a way. Like, marginally, but it's still like doing something in a way. I don't know. I'm kind of like indifferent to the idea of that, because I feel like if you become too attached to the idea of some kind of like collective awakening, it's only going to like harm you at some point, because you're gonna be like, oh, I'm so focused on this, like, why are people not like waking up to the things that I know about, you know? And it's like, while that would be cool if we were all on the same page as far as like spirituality, it's almost like, I don't know, it's not that it's not gonna happen. Like, I think it is something that'll happen, but I think that wanting it to be rushed is only going to force you to then like sort of consume the energy of feeling rushed at the same time. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like indifferent to it, but I'm like, you know, when or if that happens, like, it'll be cool. I'm just gonna like ride the wave of that. I don't know. Oh yeah, but right before she said whatever, and I levitate down your street, she was like, I don't know her exact words, but she was like, I want to show you everything that like you do to me, like in a negative way, like to her audience, to her fans. She was like, and to like the world collectively, she was like, I just want to show you what you've done to me, like. But the way she said it, I like got chills. I was like, what are we saying here? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? It was giving like, why are you being so aggressive to the people that support you? Even if it's the general public, it's like, if you're a mainstream celebrity with hundreds of millions of followers, you kind of know by this point, like, sorry, I was burping. I don't know. But yeah, it's like, you kind of know by this point, like, that there will be criticism. You kind of know all of that. So it's literally a part of your soul contract. So how are you going to look at your audience of hundreds of millions of people and tell them that, like, not only could they never understand you, but they deserve to find out what they're doing to you, as if it's a negative thing? as if that wouldn't be like, you know, like if you wanted to like return their karma to them, they would be getting like $1 billion because that's what they gave you. So like, I don't, it, like, it's still like everyone, like it's still like them not being on the same playing field. Okay, imagine it like this. If you lived in a castle and there's a lot of people who are sort of labeled as peasants and like in the simulation playing the role as like peasants, right? And that's just their lifetime, that's just their thing. If these people are playing the role of peasants, you know you get all of the like privileges, all the nice things, right? You have like velvet clothes or something. You're like in this castle with your dragons, you're in this castle, okay? That would be like if you're Taylor Swift and then there's like peasants, but then you walk out of you're like on a stage, you're walking out of your like castle. I don't know why there's a stage by the castle, but you know, you're not gonna like be on your stage with your castle behind you that's like all yours, and these peasants are like eating food off the ground. You're not gonna say to them, I just wish you guys all knew what you're doing to me, like you deserve to find out. Like, they deserve to find out what it's like to live in the castle. like it's just I don't know, it's not self-aware. It was boring, it wasn't self-aware, I don't know. Wow, I'm totally going on a rant about the Taylor Swift album, but I feel like when it comes to these like these giant fan bases, people like to be like, you're either a fan or you're not. Like, you're it's giving like Anakin Skywalker. It's like, if you're not with me, then you're like, whatever his line is, then you're against me. Like, not everybody is either with you or against you. Some people are like, that one song you have is pretty cool, like some of your lyrics are nice, I don't know, like that one photo with like glittery makeup was cool, but that doesn't mean that your new album is like amazing. It doesn't mean it's like the worst thing that exists, but like it's a little bit entitled, it's a little bit out of touch, it's a lot boring. It's very boring, but is it really like, a mosquito's biting my phone again. Oh, I think I'm still alive. A mosquito was biting my phone, so I hit the mosquito, but then it hit the phone. It's so dark. I feel like maybe I should just end the live because you won't even be able to see me now. I don't know. Okay. Thank you for watching. Love you. Bye.